All right, so you should be able to see my screen now. So let us jump right into it. Okay. Right, so I want us to start with 3.9. Question 3. Actually, no, let's start with question 3.3. Question 3.3. Now I need your interaction for this. Okay. Right. So with question 3.3, we're just going through the homework, okay, and then I'm going to let you guys go. So with question 3.3, we obviously just needed to put in the VAT categories, and then what I need for you guys to do in the chat is, just scroll down here. Or maybe let me go to the side. Where's my pen? Okay, here we go. In the chat, I'm going to read out the line item or the thing under consideration, and all I need from you is to say S for standard rated, 0 for 0 rated, Z for 0 rated, E for exempt, and then N for non-allowable, okay? So let's go through this. They've actually told us there on question 3.3 that trading inventory is obviously standard rated supply. Petrol is 0 rated, as we know with all other fuels. Life assurance is exempt, and then white bread for staff lunches is non-allowable. Okay, now we can begin. So tell me there in the chat, brown bread purchased by a restaurant with the purpose of making sandwiches for resale. What is that? What category does that fall under? Or what supply, what VAT supply does that fall under? Okay. Okay, that is 0 rated, 100%. Okay, thank you very much, guys. Then white bread purchased by a restaurant with the purpose of making burgers for resale. White bread purchased for resale. Yes, that is standard rated. Thank you, Etienne. Thank you, Abigail. Thank you, Colin. All right. Right. Then we go on to the next one. Diesel for the use of delivery vehicle. Diesel, what is that? It is 0 rated. Yes, it is 0 rated. Excellent, guys. We go to the next one. Illuminating paraffin for use in a business's factory. Paraffin, what is it? It is 0 rated, okay? Remember, all fuels are 0 rated. Awesome stuff. Okay, then we go. Water and electricity bill. Water and electricity bill, what category does it fall under? All right, yes, thank you, Etienne. Thank you, Tabane. All right, thank you, Aria. Thank you, Tsehofato. All right, it is standard rated indeed. Then we have the telephone bill. Yes, it is standard rated as well. Then we have a doctor's subscriptions to the medical council. Doctor's subscriptions to the medical council. All right, thank you, Palisa. Thank you, Aria. Thank you, Etienne. Yes, Abigail. Tabane, it is standard rated. Thank you, Tafofatso, as well. All right, then we have businesses subscription to the local golf club. To the local golf club. Yes, it is non-allowable. That is non-allowable. Then we have stationery. What is stationery? Stationery, yes, is standard rated, okay? Stationery is standard rated, okay? Then we have equipment for office use, or for the office, equipment for the office. Yes, we can claim VAT on that. It is also standard rated. Then we have a kettle for the office for use by staff. This is for the staff. Whenever you see something for staff, you know that it is non-allowable, okay? Anything that is for staff is non-allowable, okay? If it was for the customer, however, it would be standard. Yes. Okay, then the next one is a kettle purchased by a restaurant for use in the primary business activity. Now that is standard rated, okay? That is standard rated. Awesome stuff, guys. The next, staff lunches. What would staff lunches fall under? Yes, non-allowable, right? Anything for staff is automatically non-allowable. Then we go on, we have interest on bank overdraft. Interest on bank overdraft. It is exempt. Yes, interest is exempt, okay? Then we have short-term insurance premiums. Short-term insurance premiums. Aha, 100% guys. It is standard rated. Advertising. It is standard rated. Advertising is standard rated. Short-term insurance premiums is standard rated. Okay. Then sale of a business as a going concern. Sale of a business as a going concern. Yes, it is 0 rated, okay? The sale of a business as a going concern is 0 rated. Why is it 0 rated? We don't want to discourage you or businesses from buying and selling, okay? Because imagine if we put 14%, 15% VAT on top of the selling price of a business, okay? It would be quite expensive to buy and sell businesses, okay? Then we have a double cab vehicle. Double cab vehicle. What that category is this? Nope, it's not standard. Yes, Tabane, it is non-allowable. Okay, thank you, Arya, as well. It is non-allowable. Then we have a delivery vehicle that does not fit the description of a passenger vehicle. Okay. Delivery vehicle that does not fit the description of a passenger vehicle. What that category would that be? A delivery vehicle that does not fit the description of a passenger vehicle. Standard rated, yes, it is standard rated, okay? That is standard rated, okay. Then let's move forward. The electricity portion, okay, before we move forward, double cab vehicle, the reason why it is non-allowable, okay, is because SARS sees that as a delivery vehicle, okay? So they don't think that we'd be using this for business purposes. They think that we're buying this for our own personal use, not for business activities. That's why it's non-allowable. Then when we have a delivery vehicle that is not, right, not a passenger vehicle, that's when they can say, okay, it is obviously for the sake of conducting business, so yes, you can claim that on that. We will accept it as standard rated, okay? But isn't a double cab luxury not delivery? So what I am saying is that yes, this double cab is seen as a passenger vehicle. It's not seen as something that is for business. But basically, I can be buying a vehicle in the name of the company, but it's really for me and my family. Okay, so yes, you can also maybe look at it, but the whole point is that it's not something that is seen business unless we can justify. All right, or SARS will say they accept it. If in the question they say they do accept it as they do accept that it's not a passenger vehicle. Not a problem, not a problem at all. We are here to engage and learn from each other. Okay, so then moving on, the electricity portion of rates and taxes. The electricity portion of rates and taxes, what does that fall under? Yes, column. Yes, Jerry, it is standard rated. Okay, and then the final one, the rates portion of the rates and tax bill. What is that? The rates portion of the rates and tax bill. Yes, again, that is non-allowable. Okay, no, it's not actually non-allowable. It's not actually non-allowable, but very close, very close. Yes, Abigail, it is exempt. Okay, it is exempt, guys. Okay, it is exempt. Now, the reason why I wanted us to do this is, yes, it is E. The reason why I wanted us to do this is because if we don't know this, then we can't go on to do 3.9 and to do question 3.12. Okay, so let's now turn to 3.12 in your textbooks. Let's turn to 3.12 in your textbooks. How is it E? Okay, good question. Good question. The reason why the rates portion is exempt is because rates are actual taxes. Rates are actual taxes, okay? So how can we then pay VAT on things that are already a tax? Does that make sense? It's like paying rates, it's like paying VAT on your pick it up rates, or on your, you also pay rates for having your water supply. You also pay rates for having your electricity accessible to your place of residence or your place of business, okay? So now if we charge you VAT on top of that, it would be like, you guys are taxing me on a tax, okay? So that's why our rates portion is exempt, okay? It is exempt. Okay, cool. Let us then proceed. Not a problem, Lee. Not a problem, Collab. All right, only a pleasure. Okay, so let's get into it now. Let's get into 3.9. Okay, 3.9. Okay, so at the beginning of 3.9, it's just theory questions, but very good theory questions. They say define the following terms. Cost price. All right, cost price, we know it is the price at which we have bought our goods, okay? And then selling price, that is the price at which we are selling our goods. Gross profit is obviously the difference between our selling price and our cost price, okay? And that cost price could also then include whatever additional costs that we have obviously incurred in order to get our product ready for sale. All right. Then we have our VAT. VAT, we know we had the definition there of VAT, which is an indirect tax that is charged to customers by a VAT vendor, all right, on certain goods and services, okay? That is what VAT is. Then we move to question 3.9 II or B. It says study the following cash slip carefully and answer the questions that follow. Okay, So for A, they're saying, what is the total amount due according to the cash slip? What is the total amount that must be paid according to the cash slip? Let's see what you guys are saying there in the chat. 252. Yes. How did you get to that 252, guys? Thank you, Jerry. Thank you, Tabang. And Etienne, how did you guys get to those amounts? You are 100% right. How did you get to those amounts? Is the question. Balance due. Yes, it is the balance due. Okay. That is the balance due. All right. Excellent. Then we move on to B. B said, what is the total amount charged for zero rated items? What is the total amount for zero rated items? Okay, so you guys are 100% right. It is 21 Rand 98. Okay, and if you add if you look there, let me just quickly show you. You see that your tomatoes, okay, is 7 Rand 25. Your cucumber is 4 Rand 78. And then finally your bananas are 9 Rand 95. Okay, and if you add those together, you'll get this 21 Rand 98. Okay, and these are all the non-allowable, or sorry, zero rated items. Okay, those are all the zero items. Okay, so that's how they've calculated that. If you actually look, you see they've actually put stars next to those things. Okay, because those are vegetables or fruit. Okay, vegetables or fruit are zero rated items. Okay, then name one product on the slip that is zero rated. So there, if you said banana, cucumber, or tomatoes, then you would have obviously gotten your marks. Okay, then we go to D. D, it says 30 Rand and 8 cents is 15% of the taxable amount. What is the taxable amount? What is the taxable amount? How did we calculate the taxable amount? $230.59. Okay, so you guys are okay, so Lee, what you're calculating there is the actual tax amount, right? There you're calculating the actual tax amount. And that 30 Rand is already the actual VAT amount, okay? So we want the taxable amount, okay? The taxable amount. So in other words, we have the VAT. This VAT is 30 Rand and 08 cents, okay? But what we want is, remember, they didn't say the amount inclusive of VAT. They said they want the taxable amount. So in other words, the amount on which VAT is to be calculated on. So in other words, we're looking for the VAT exclusive. Now I hear and see that you guys are obviously putting things there in the chat. Okay, so now my question to you is, How do we get that taxable amount? Okay, so yeah, that's so yes, you guys did you just read it off the slip? Is that what you guys did? Did you guys just okay, yes. You just took the total minus the VAT. Okay, but then we also have the zero rated total as well. Okay. So you could have just taken the amount of the slip, but sometimes they might ask this type of question without actually giving you the slip. So as was calculated, call them, all right? That's how we need to do it. We need to say, what do I want? And what we want is that exclusive amount, okay? So we then say 100 divided by what do I have? What do I have? What I have is the VAT amount, which is 15, times the VAT amount, Rand value, which is 30 Rand and 08 cents, okay? And when you times those two, you should then get the amount exclusive of VAT, okay? Which I believe is 200 and something that you guys were getting. 253. Should actually be 50. Let's see. Is that what you guys are getting? 253? I'm trying to see here. Okay, cool. Let's just punch this in the calculator. So here we're saying times 100 divided by 15. Okay, 253. Oh, goodness me. Okay, there we go. All right. Done. And then we can move on to the next one. It says identify the VAT registration number of checkout and pay. I like that name, checkout and pay. Let's bring the money, checkout and pay. All right, so obviously that you just get off of the slip there. You can see it right there. Okay, awesome stuff. Then the final bit in relation to 2.9, the final bit in relation to 2.9, it says, you are, thank you very much for that, Carmel, thank you very much for that, Tabane, all right. You are a partner in Delightful Bakeries. A client, Gordon Mills, has purchased the following from you, okay? 12 dozen white hamburger rolls, okay, at 12 Rand 60, plus VAT per dozen, okay? All right, so that should already tell you something. That this 12 Rand, okay, and I'm gonna zoom in here. This 12 Rand, I'm gonna put it in brackets. Let's stretch this out. This 12 Rand is exclusive. When they say plus VAT, it means that it does not have VAT. So it's exclusive, okay? That is exclusive, okay? Then the next thing they say is 7 loaves of white bread, 9 Rand 20 per loaf. Can you see there in brackets it's written inclusive, including VAT, okay? So there we don't need to worry. Then the next one, it says 5 dozen donuts, all right, at 24 Rand plus VAT per dozen, okay? So again, this is exclusive of VAT, okay? Then we have brown bread, okay? And there they didn't need to tell us this, okay? But brown bread, they say 6 loaves of brown bread at 7 Rand 80 per loaf, no VAT, 0 rated, okay? So this, we must just remember it is 0 rated, okay? So maybe I'll just highlight that in green so we know this is 0 rated, okay? So then we can then go on. All right, it says, part A, it says, complete the cash invoice that appears in your workbook. All right, so your workbook might look a bit more neat than that of mine. First thing we want to do here is we want to get the VAT inclusive amount, okay? We want to get the VAT inclusive amount. So then what we then have to do is then say, okay, what is the VAT inclusive amount? Somebody tell me, how do we calculate the VAT inclusive amount when we have the VAT exclusive? How do we exercise our formula here? What must happen? We know that the VAT amount is 15. I'm looking at this right here. This is where I'm getting my VAT amount is 15. We know that the VAT exclusive is 100. We know that the VAT inclusive is 115. So how do we then calculate the VAT inclusive amount for our white burger hamburger rolls? Okay, did I hear something there in the chat? We're going to say 115, yes, divided by 100, because that's what we have, the VAT exclusive, times the 12 Rand 16, yes. So what we want, remember this formula, divided by what we have, times what we have rand amount. Okay, so let me just use different color there. We're saying 115 as column highlighted, divided by 100 times 12 Rand 60. Okay, and what did he get over there, or she? Was 173.88. Okay, so then we can that is now the selling price. Okay, so we now have our selling price inclusive of VAT, which is, oh, okay, I think you had already, that was 12 Rand 50 each, right? Oh, per dozen. All right, yes. Wait. Yes, yes. So what is the price? Let's quickly calculate it. I heard something there in the chat. We'll get there now. I'm sure you guys are just giving us the actual amount there per roll. Okay, then times. Hi. I'm punching in some other things now. Okay, let me just work with you guys. Yes, so it should be 14.49 per dozen, okay? And we know we have 12 dozens, okay? So 14.49 per dozen, okay? Then we then can say that, I hope our calculator will not behave, so 14.49 times 12, okay, because we got 12 dozens, and then we're getting same amount that column had actually calculated 3.88, but I just wanted to show everybody how we are getting there. Okay, so we've dealt with that. Then we have white bread, all right? And this time it is including that, okay? So we're happy with that. We can quickly just say 7 times 8, okay? And we get 56, okay? We get 56 over there. Okay, simple and straightforward. Then here we also have excluding that. So again, all right, we need to say 115,115 because that is the VAT inclusive amount, and that's what we want for our invoice. We want the VAT inclusive, which is 115. What we have though is the exclusive, so that's 100 times 24. What do we get? What do we get? Somebody tell me in the we get the donut. What do we get per donut? Somebody tell me then in the chat. We get 27.6. Does everybody agree with that? 27.6? All right. All right. All right. Awesome stuff. Thank you very much, Tavain. Thank you very much. Or the relay. Okay. 27.6. Okay, 27.6. Then we're saying 27.6. I'm just going to do it here. Times 5 gives us 138. Okay, cool. And brown bread, we know brown bread is non-allowable. Sorry, is zero rated. So since it's zero rated, we're just going to times it as is. Okay. We're then going to times it as is. I think somebody raised their hand. Okay, Bahati, would you like to speak?
Yes, sir. By the white bread,
Tabian.
it says 9.20 per loaf, not 8 rand.
Oh, my bad. My apologies. Thank you for that. I don't know why I put 8 there. And then Tabian. Is that right? I hope I'm saying it right now. All right. You can always switch on your mic and correct me. I don't mind. I won't catch feelings. All right. Thank you very much, Tabian. All right. Bahati, thank you for that as well. Let us then rectify that. So here it was, she said 9.20 Rand, yes, and that is what it is in the textbook. Okay, then that times 7, that's obviously going to be different. So let me just do it here so we can do this quicker. So we're going to say times 7, what do we get? So we get 64.4. Okay, awesome. Then here, like I said, it's zero rated. Okay, so obviously we're just going to say 6 times 7 Rand 80. Okay, and then we get obviously 46.8. So somebody tell me what then was the total that we got? What was the total on our invoice? I'm sure you guys calculated this. What is the total that we got? So the book says that we have to note down the VAT exclusive amount under the amount section. So the first one is, and the subtotal is according to the book. Okay. Complete the cash flow is in the workbook. Okay, so all right. So let me subtotal. Okay, 400 and okay. So let's do this. Let's do this. I'm going to take this 423 and 8 cents, and I'll explain why just now. When you guys pay on for your stuff, wherever you buy your groceries or go buy something which has VAT, do you pay the amount exclusive of VAT or the amount inclusive of VAT? All right. So this would be so nice if I was in a class. Inclusive, okay? So as a result, since they said complete the invoice, I want us to this total inclusive of VAT. We're also going to jot down Etienne the amount exclusive of VAT. Okay, it's fine. We'll also write that down. But I think it would be best for us, and I'm going to label this as total due. Because at the end of the day, we are going to pay that amount. Then, you know what we're going to do? Let's do this. Let's insert one below. Okay. Insert another one. Okay, so here now we're going to say total exclusive, all right, of that. Okay, then we can put down, I'm assuming that your calculation there, oh, you said you got it from the textbook, so that's fine. The subtotal then is 3. Wait, it just said that one amount. Okay, so now what I would suggest, okay, and then here's obviously then the VAT amount. This is how it would look on a proper invoice. Okay, we have the total inclusive of VAT, then we have the VAT amount, and then we obviously have the total exclusive of VAT. Okay, so that's what I would run with, subtotal. Okay, all right, thank you very much, Tabian. All right, 374. Okay, so we're all aligned. Okay, perfect. So let me then do that. 374. Okay, and then here we have 49 and 8 cents. Okay, guys, just double check to ensure that that is 100% correct, that we are moving in the right direction. Okay, so there we go. There we have it. Okay, that is what your invoice would then actually look like. Okay, so we've done that bit now. Then, guys, let me give you a quick 10-minute break, and then we'll finish off this question, and then we'll just do question 3.12. We'll be primarily focusing on the first section of it, okay? And then we'll call it a day, okay? So we won't take too long, but let me give you a bit of a breather. And then we will proceed at 22 past 11. Okay. Right. If there are any questions, please, guys, drop them in the and then we will then proceed with those questions as soon as we come back from the break. Okay. Thank you for the interaction. Let's keep it up. All right. See you guys in 10.